Some things in the world are up to us. Other things are not up to us. Opinions, impulses, desires, and aversions are up to us. In a word, whatever is our own doing is up to us. The body, property, reputation, and public offices are not up to us. In a word, whatever is not our own doing is not up to us. The things that are up to us are by nature free. They cannot be hindered. They cannot be thwarted. The things that are not up to us are weak. They are enslaved. They are hindered. They belong to others. Remember then this essential truth. If you think that things naturally enslaved are free, you will stumble. If you think that things belonging to others are your own, you will lament. You will have a troubled mind. You will find fault with both gods and men. But if you take for your own only what is truly yours, no one will ever compel you. No one will ever restrict you. You will find fault with no one. You will accuse no one. You will do nothing against your will. No one will hurt you. You will have no enemies, for you will suffer no harm whatsoever. Aiming therefore at such great things, remember that you must not be lukewarm. You must utterly give up some things for now. You must postpone other things for the present. If you wish for these true things, and also for power and riches, you may miss the latter. You will miss them because you are also seeking the former. You will certainly fail to attain the only things that bring freedom and happiness. Therefore, practice saying to every harsh appearance, "You are just an appearance." You are not at all what you claim to be. Then examine it closely by the rules you possess. First and chiefly by this rule. Is it concerned with the things that are up to us? Or is it concerned with the things that are not up to us? And if it is concerned with what is not up to us, be ready with this thought. It is nothing to me. Desire demands the attainment of what you desire. Aversion demands that you do not fall into what you avoid. He who fails in his desire is unfortunate. He who falls into what he avoids is miserable. If, then, you direct your aversion only to things against nature which are up to you, you will never encounter anything you avoid. But if you attempt to avoid sickness or death or poverty, you will be wretched. Remove your aversion, then, from all things that are not up to us. Transfer it to things contrary to nature, which are up to us. For the present, totally suppress desire. If you desire something not up to us, you must inevitably be disappointed. And of the things that are up to us, which it would be honorable to desire, none are yet within your reach. Approach everything gently. Let go of the need to possess. With regard to everything that pleases the mind, consider its true nature. Begin from the very smallest things. If you have a favorite cup, remember that it is only a cup. Then, if it is broken, you will not be disturbed. When you embrace your child or your wife, remember that you embrace a mortal. Then, if they should die, you will not be bewildered. When you are about to take a task in hand, remind yourself what nature the task is. If you go to bathe, represent to yourself what happens at the bath. There are people who splash water. There are people who push. There are people who use insulting language. There are people who steal. You will undertake the matter more safely if you say to yourself at the start, I want to bathe, and I also want to keep my will in harmony with nature. Do this in every single act of life. For thus, if any hindrance arises, you will be ready with this thought. It was not only bathing that I wanted. I also wanted to keep my will in harmony with nature. I shall not keep it so if I am vexed at what happens. Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of things. Death, for example, is nothing terrible. If it were, it would have seemed so to Socrates. The terror consists in our notion that death is terrible. Therefore, when we are hindered or disturbed or grieved, let us never blame others. Let us blame ourselves. That means, let us blame our own views. An uneducated person blames others when he fares badly. One who has begun to be educated blames himself. One who is fully educated blames neither others nor himself. Seek not that the things which happen should happen as you wish. Wish rather that the things which happen should happen as they do. Then you will go on well. Sickness is a hindrance to the body, but it is not a hindrance to the will unless the will itself consents. Lameness is a hindrance to the leg, but it is not a hindrance to the will. Say this to yourself at every encounter. You will find the hindrance belongs to something else, not to you. Remember that you must behave in life as at a dinner party. Is something brought around to you? Put out your hand and take a moderate share. Does it pass by you? Do not stop it. Has it not yet come? Do not stretch your desire towards it. Wait until it reaches you. Behave this way toward children. Behave this way toward a wife. Behave this way toward public office. Behave this way toward wealth. Then you will someday be worthy to feast with the gods. But if you do not even take the things which are set before you, but despise them, then you will not only feast with the gods, but you will rule with them. For by acting thus, Diogenes and Heraclitus became divine. They were deservedly called so. When you see anyone weeping in grief because his son is gone, or he has lost his wealth, take care that the appearance does not carry you away. Do not think that his condition is objectively bad. Be ready to make this distinction in your mind. What hurts this man is not the event itself. The event does not hurt another person. What hurts him is his own opinion about the event. Do not hesitate, however, to sympathize with him in words. If occasion requires, you may even groan with him. But take care that you do not groan within yourself. Remember that you are an actor in a drama. The dramatist selects the character of the play. If the play is short, you act in a short one. If it is long, you act in a long one. If it is his pleasure that you act a poor man, see that you act it well. If you must act a cripple, an official, or a private citizen, do your part worthily. For this is your business. To act well the character assigned to you is your duty. To select the character belongs to another. If a raven happens to croak unluckily, let not the appearance hurry you away. Make a distinction in your mind at once. Say to yourself, none of these omens bodes ill to me. It can only signify mischief to my body, or my property, or my reputation. To me, all omens are lucky, if I will. For whatever the outcome may be, it is in my power to derive benefit from it. You can be invincible if you enter into no contest where victory is not up to you. When you see anyone exalted in honor or possessing great power, take heed. Do not be carried away by the appearance. Do not deem him happy. If the essence of the good consists in things up to us, there is no place for envy. There is no place for emulation. You yourself will not wish to be a general, or a senator, or a consul. You will wish only to be free. There is only one way to this freedom. It is the contempt of things that are not up to us. Remember that it is not he who reviles or strikes you who insults you. It is your opinion that these things are insulting. Therefore, when anyone provokes you, be assured that it is your own opinion which provokes you. Try, therefore, in the first place, not to be carried away by the appearance. For if you once gain time and delay, you will more easily gain control of yourself. Let death and exile, and all things which appear terrible, be daily before your eyes. Chiefly death. Then you will never think of anything mean. You will never desire anything extravagantly. If you desire philosophy, prepare yourself from the very beginning to be ridiculed. Expect that many will mock you. Expect that they will say, "He has come back to us, a philosopher, all at once. Where did he get this supercilious look?" Now, do not you hold a supercilious look. Hold fast to the things which appear best to you, as one appointed by God to this post. Remember that if you persist in these principles, those who ridiculed you will afterwards admire you. But if you are conquered by them, you will incur a double ridicule. If it should ever happen that you turn your attention to outward things, to please another, be assured that you have ruined your scheme of life. Be content, then, in everything, with being a philosopher. If you wish to seem so likewise to anyone, appear so to yourself. That is entirely sufficient. Never say of anything, "I have lost it." Say rather, "I have restored it." Is your child dead? It is restored. Is your wife dead? It is restored. Is your estate taken away? Well, is not that also restored? But he who took it is a bad man. What is it to you by whose hands he who gave it demands it back? While he permits you to possess it, take care of it as something belonging to another. Treat it as a traveler treats an inn, If you wish to make progress, dismiss thoughts like these. If I neglect my affairs, I shall have nothing to eat. If I do not punish my servant, he will be bad. It is better to die of hunger, free from grief and fear, than to live in affluence with a troubled mind. It is better that your servant should be bad than that you should be unhappy. Begin, therefore, from small things. Is a little oil spilled? Is a little wine stolen? Say to yourself, this is the price paid for peace of mind. This is the price paid for tranquility. Nothing is to be had for nothing. When you call your servant, consider that he may not hear. Or if he hears, he may not do what you wish. But he is not in so important a condition that your tranquility should depend on him. As in walking, you take care not to step on a nail or to turn your ankle. So take care that you do not hurt the ruling faculty of your mind. If we observe this rule in every action, we shall undertake it more securely. The body is to everyone the measure of his possessions, as the foot is of the shoe. If you hold to this limit, you will preserve the measure. If you pass it, you will lose your way. You will be carried away as down a precipice. It is just as with a shoe. If you go beyond the fitness of the foot, it becomes a golden shoe. Then it becomes a purple shoe. Then it becomes an embroidered shoe. For when once you have passed the measure, there is no boundary. Women are courted by men from the age of 14. Seeing that they have nothing else but to look pleasing, they begin to adorn themselves. They place all their hopes in ornaments. It is worthwhile, therefore, to take pains to make them perceive that they are honored for nothing else but for appearing modest and self-respecting. It is a sign of a lack of nature to spend much time on things belonging to the body. To spend too much time in exercise is an error. To spend too much time in eating is an error. To spend too much time in drinking is an error. To spend too much time in other bodily functions is an error. These things should be done incidentally. All our attention must be given to the understanding. When any person does ill to you or speaks ill of you, remember his motive. He acts or speaks from an impression that it is his duty. Now, it is not possible that he should follow what appears to you, but only what appears to himself. Therefore, If he judges from false appearances, he is the person hurt. He is the one who suffers the deception. For if anyone supposes a true proposition to be false, the proposition is not hurt. Only the man who is deceived suffers. Setting out then from these principles, you will bear a reviler with patience. Say to yourself upon every occasion, "So it appeared to him." Everything has two handles. One handle is that by which it may be borne. The other handle is that by which it cannot be borne. If your brother acts unjustly, do not lay hold of the matter by the handle of his injustice, for by that handle it cannot be borne. Lay hold of it rather by the other handle. Remember that he is your brother. Remember that he was brought up with you. Then you will lay hold of it by the handle by which it can be borne. These reasonings are not connected. I am richer than you, therefore I am better than you. I am more eloquent than you, therefore I am better than you. The connection is rather this: I am richer than you, therefore my property is greater than yours. I am more eloquent than you, therefore my style is better than yours. But you are neither property nor style. Does anyone bathe hastily? Do not say that he does it ill. Say only that he does it hastily. Does anyone drink a great quantity of wine? Do not say that he does it ill. Say only that he drinks a great quantity. For unless you perfectly understand his motives, how do you know if he acts ill? Thus you will not encounter false appearances. You will perceive and assent only to realities. Never call yourself a philosopher. Do not talk much among the uneducated about philosophical principles. Act rather according to those principles. At a dinner party, do not talk about how people ought to eat. Eat as people ought to eat. Remember that Socrates altogether avoided ostentation. Persons used to come to him, desiring to be introduced by him to philosophers. He led them away and introduced them. He suffered himself to be overlooked. If a discussion arises among the uneducated about philosophical principles, be mostly silent. For there is great danger of your throwing out what you have not digested. When anyone tells you that you know nothing, and you are not offended, then know you have begun your work. For sheep do not throw up the grass to show the shepherds how much they have eaten. They digest their food inwardly. Then they produce wool and milk outwardly. So do you likewise. Do not show your theorems to the uneducated. Show them the actions that come from those theorems when they are digested. When you have adapted your body to a frugal way of living, do not boast. If you drink only water, do not say upon every occasion, "I drink water." First, consider how much more frugal the poor are than we. Consider how much more they can endure. If you wish to exercise for your own benefit, do it not for the eyes of the world. Do not embrace statues in public. If you are very things, take cold water into your mouth. Then spit it out. Tell no one. The condition and characteristic of an uneducated person is this: he never expects benefit or hurt from himself. He expects it only from outward things. The condition and characteristic of a philosopher is this: he expects all hurt and benefit from himself. The signs of one making progress are these: he censures no one. He praises no one. He blames no one. He accuses no one. He says nothing of himself as being anyone or knowing anything. When he is hindered or thwarted, he blames himself. If anyone praises him, he smiles at the praiser in secret. If anyone censures him, he makes no defense. He goes about like an invalid, careful not to disturb what is healing. He has removed all desire from himself. He has transferred his aversion to those things only which are contrary to nature and up to us. He exercises a moderate impulse toward all things. If he appears foolish or ignorant, he does not care. He guards himself as he would guard an enemy lying in wait. Whatever rules you have proposed to yourself, hold to them as laws. Do not violate them, even if someone should profane them. Regard not what anyone says of you, for this is no longer your affair. How long will you defer demanding the highest things for yourself? How long will you neglect the distinctions of reason? You have received the philosophical principles. You ought to agree to them. You have agreed to them. What other teacher do you expect? Why do you defer your amendment until his arrival? You are no longer a youth. You are a full-grown man. If you are negligent and slothful, you will make no progress. You will add delay to delay. You will accumulate purpose upon purpose. You will fix a date after which you will attend to yourself. If you do this, you will remain uneducated without perceiving it. You will live and die in a state of confusion. Now, therefore, determine to live as an adult. Live as one making progress. Let whatever appears to be the best be to you an inviolable law. If any instance of pain or pleasure is set before you, remember this. The contest is now. The Olympic Games are now. It is no longer possible to defer the combat. By a single defeat, progress is lost. By a single victory, progress is preserved. Thus, Socrates became perfect. He attended to nothing but reason in everything that encountered him. You, though you are not yet a Socrates, ought to live as one who wishes to be a Socrates. The soul is free when it desires nothing that belongs to another. The body may be bound. The wealth may be taken. The reputation may be tarnished. But the mind remains untouched within its own domain. When you lay down to sleep, close your eyes with this awareness. Let go of the day. The day belongs to the past. The past is no longer up to you. The people you encountered are not up to you. The judgments they made are not up to you. Let the world turn as it must. Your mind is your own sanctuary. Be at peace with the natural order of things. Unwind your will. Release your grasp. Quiet the spirit. Enter the deep, unhindered stillness of the night.